Hi! Today we're talking about something that pretty much every creative person knows, and it's really annoying, and that is creative block. Hi, I'm Desiree. Welcome to my channel where we talk about all things creative, photography and art. Make sure you subscribe and hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go. Now then, let's talk about creative block. Oof, it's such an annoying thing, and I think pretty much every artist or creative has experienced it, including myself many times. So what exactly happens in creative block? Well, maybe you can relate to the situation. You feel really inspired, you really want to make something, you're in the mood for creating. You sit down with your paper or canvas or whatever else, and nothing at all. You just have zero ideas, you feel totally blocked, scared, frozen, paralyzed. Well, that is a very, very common phenomenon for artists and creatives. The blank page is very scary. However, I think there is a really great way to get over this creative block, and I call it start with the shitty. Now, what I mean by that is that you force yourself to just put something on your page, on your canvas, whatever it is, and you just accept that whatever you're putting out there is going to be absolutely horrific and it really doesn't matter. You just want to start. So if you're a writer, write a few paragraphs of absolute rubbish, doesn't matter. If you're an artist, draw something, paint something, just something very small just to get going. We do this because when you're looking at a blank page, your brain sort of freezes up and it gets scared because there's nothing on there, and automatically, psychologically, we feel like now we have to come up with stuff. Whereas if you just force your brain to start by actually putting something out there, you kind of have to force yourself because it feels a bit weird to put something on paper that you're not convinced of or that you think is bad. But just do it. Just do it. Because you will notice that something happens to your brain. It will go from freeze mode into a sort of activation energy. Basically, rather than freezing up, you're starting something and your brain likes that, and it will kind of starting to make stuff flow and actually get you to feel inspired rather than scared. Also, why this works is because by putting something out there, you've basically now created a kind of first draft, however bad it may be, and you know that it's not something you might want to work with, but it just does something to your brain that psychologically now you feel like you have started and you have something to work with. So you can edit it, you can sketch over it, you can delete it, whatever it is, but you can actually work with something rather than nothing. And that also makes your creative juices flow a bit better. Now, the third reason why I think it's great to start with the shitty is because creativity just kind of works that way. You don't really start, have the perfect idea, perfect execution, and there's your artwork. I like to think of it actually as forging an idea, the same way a silversmith, for example, forges a sword. They start with a big lump of metal, and only by heating it up, by polishing it, by texturing it, by hammering it, all kinds of stuff, do they get this beautiful sword. So if you're thinking of your own project, you're kind of starting with a lump of an idea that needs a lot of work and reworking and editing to become a beautiful artwork. And I think in the same way, we have to just accept that we're starting with a big old mess, and that's totally normal. So next time you're feeling creatively blocked, just give it a go. Start with something really shitty, something that you would never put out to the world, just to get going. I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and one more thing before you go. Do you really feel like making something, but you just don't have any ideas? So I've recently written this ebook, and it's a 10-day art challenge. You can actually download it in the description below. It's completely free. It's basically a 10-day art challenge where we cover everything from facing the fear of creating, finding inspiration, and actually starting your project. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and see you next time. Bye!